Welcome to AMS Talks. I'm your special guest host, Nadia Abboud, and today I'm joined by Craig Douglas, General Manager of the Brunswick Topsham Water District in Maine. Today, Craig and I are going to discuss a little bit of an unconventional story. For more than a decade, the utility has been using online THM analyzers to help manage THM concerns. Craig, could you talk a little bit about what the online analyzers have meant to the utility and how the process began and where you ended up today?
Sure. The THM analyzer for us really changed the way we were looking at our THM compliance. We knew we had an issue. We knew that we would have to make some changes. We just weren't sure where or what changes to make. And once we got the THM analyzer, we started it under a demo program. The data that we got back really opened our eyes to the operational decisions that we were making and the impacts those operational decisions had. And each little change we made operationally seemed to be reflected in the THMs. And so we ended up actually purchasing the unit and optimizing not only our treatment process, but also the way we operated our tanks, the way we flushed the system, a lot of the operational decisions that we made.
So then from the benefit that you received, it sounds like you've been able to optimize your facility. So things are sort of, what's coming in, what's going to come out, and what the effect will be with your different treatment process. What's next? Is this the evolution of when data helps you to get to this point? Do you keep the online analyzer running, or do you turn it off and sort of trust what you know?
We've kind of reached the interesting point where we're actually in a place where we have probably got the most we can out of the device. It led to our original plant was built in the 1970s. This device helped us build a new plant where now our THMs that used to be right at the limit of 80, we're now in the teens, and quite literally we've optimized to the extent where monitoring it in the distribution system, because we have a good record of everything, we're essentially almost ready to sunset it and look at other optimization, other online devices to help us optimize other aspects of our operation.
It's so fascinating. So it kind of shows, this commitment, right? This commitment to being a little bit innovative, doing something slightly differently, not even though online analyzers aren't, I would say they're gaining more acceptance. You've really set the precedence here and sort of how to implement them into your utility. Other than what was one of the biggest hurdles did you have any hurdles trying to make this commitment more than a decade ago?
I think making the commitment to an online analyzer, it's a big commitment because it's a financial commitment, but the data that you get back helps you. We knew we were building a $30 million facility. So an investment of tens of thousands of dollars to help us get the right data so that when we spend the $30 million, we're doing the right thing. Where we stand now, it's so obvious, but I remember those early days where it was like, wow, this is a big commitment. This is a huge financial thing. But at the end of the day, thank goodness we did, because it really impacted not only our behaviors operationally, but the physical improvements that we made with the new treatment plant.
Really unbelievable, Craig. And I know I've seen you at conferences and you're really always open about sharing the experience that you've gone through. So, anyone listening to this video, we encourage you to reach out to Craig. He's more than happy to always knowledge share. And thank you for joining us.